I need to apologize. Something terrible has been done right here on this YouTube channel. I know what you're thinking. What is it that could be so terrible, so awful, so horrible? He has to address it. I have yet to make a Batman video on this YouTube channel. And this is a terrible thing, because I love Batman. He is one of my all-time favorite superheroes, as a matter of fact. For a while I went through an identity crisis, because I used to be known as the guy who likes Batman. And then I was like, I don't know if I like Batman anymore. But luckily, I have determined, yes, I do still love Batman. He's a great character. You could say he's a little cheesy, a little overrated at this point. But I love Batman. So, with that being said, welcome to Tangent Studies, where we study some films and then go on tangents about them. It's a good old time. Today I want to talk to you about one of my favoriteest Batman cartoons. And this is going to make a lot of people angry. I'm not talking about Batman the Animated Series. No, I prefer the Batman. And I'm going to start that right now. Right off the bat, one of the... I said it funny accidentally. Right on the top of this episode, we have one of the trademarks of this animation, which is a different color sky. Sometimes it's red, sometimes it's green, sometimes it's purple. It always looks beautiful, magnificent. The animation in this is so good. A lot of this video will probably be me talking about the animation, but it's very good.
Where, Mr. Thorne?
Rupert Thorne, I appreciate. We're paying homage to some of the older Batman gangster villains he fought. That's fun. I like it. There is just so many stylish choices for these action beats in this TV show. The entire TV show is just so stylish. It's so stylized. It's beautiful. I wish that I could make an animation like this.
I'm the Batman.
A moment that we see in this TV show, the Dark Knight movies, and we see in Batman, the movie that's just called Batman. It was made by Tim Burton. I think Joker killed his parents or something. I don't know. I haven't seen that movie. I want to. But I'm not old, so I haven't seen it. Side note, I was 2 years old when this movie came out. So that's fun. I'll probably have to mute this, but this theme song is so good. Look it up if you have a chance, because it is wonderful. The Batmobile does look a little weird. It looks less weird later on. He gets a new Batmobile, I think, at some point. That looks more like a comic book Batmobile. I love how they have the fire poles in this. Your Adam West Batman. Except here they can somehow pull you up. I think that's a fun little detail.
But my birthday isn't until October.
Batman has an October birthday? I have an October birthday. That means I could be Batman. Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Because he's what's called an urban legend.
So this is not Jim Gordon. They weren't allowed to use Jim Gordon in this show until later seasons, because of Batman Begins.
Bran flakes, sir?
Easy, Alfred.
Alfred having a tray of cereal is the silliest thing, but also, I feel like it's sort of a testament to the time when this came out, in the early 2000s. I feel like having Bruce Wayne eat cereal was a good way to make him identify with children. Because I think a lot of children ate cereal in the early 2000s. I ate a lot of cereal in the early 2000s. Can't stand it anymore. When I was a young child, I ate it.
Well, there you have it. And only...
This guy looks like the Mad Hatter. I don't think the Mad Hatter ever shows up in this show. It would be cool if he did, and he would probably look like that guy.
Bruce Wayne must occasionally venture above it.
I do like how Alfred plays a little bit of a mentorship role in this, more so than usual. I think that's a good way of doing his character.
Formerly of Metropolis PD. They're lost.
Hey, Metropolis! Also, this character should be... Oh, what's her name? I can't think of her name. No wonder I can't remember that. This character is very much Detective Montoya, who was invented in Batman the Animated Series. Maybe that's not. Maybe that's why they made her a different character. I don't know. I know this show, like from watching some behind the scenes, they did sort of go out their way to do a different direction than Batman the Animated Series. But yeah, these pairing very much feels to me a version of Harvey Dent, you know, mostly because of what will happen later. Spoiler. Hi! Sorry to interrupt you, me, but as I'm editing this, I just realized there's a part where the police commissioner guy is like, hey, you have a partner now. He's like, since when did I have a partner? And the police chief guy is like, since I decided 2 heads were better than 1.
Since I decided 2 heads are better than 1.
Now, here's what I'm thinking. Maybe a version of this script existed where this character was Harvey Dent. They were told they weren't allowed to use Harvey Dent, so they changed it, but they left a joke in there where the police commissioner guy was like,
Since I decided 2 heads are better than 1.
talking to who would end up being Two-Face. I don't know if that's true. I have no evidence to back that up. No behind-the-scenes knowledge of that being the case. But if it is true, that's pretty funny.
You're never far from the Batcave with the modern miracle of Batwave.
So Batwave is like their version of the Bat Signal, but for some reason they didn't use the Bat Signal early on. It's interesting because this show really feels like it's like a different take on Batman, but then slowly moves into being a more comic book accurate version. It's interesting. I love the first person perspective in this. That's really cool. Also, I love the Joker just like breaking into Arkham because he needs a new lair. That adds up with the Joker that exists in my head. Wait a second. That is definitely a Bruce Timm cameo. That is wonderful. I bet this is a guy who worked on the animated series as well. That is so cool. Thank goodness they did not include a close-up of his bottom. Batman and Robin did that. It's disturbing. Anyway. The way they drew the explosion was beautiful. I told you this was mostly gonna be me gushing about the animation, but it is very good. Dude, this is so creepy for a kid's show, but the way that, like, the flashing as it, like, zoomed in on his face, I love that so much. That was such a great choice. The animation team for this is just so good. Yeah, and the zooming in on the Joker and his face getting all close. Like, man, this swings so hard. It swings so hard, but it swings like it hits every time. I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of people who just weren't here for this style, um, but I think it's very good.
What did you do to him?
Speaking of threads, think this is a good look for me?
The makers of the TV show apparently did not, because they changed it almost right away. They gave him the classic purple suit look, a look that I am quite fond of myself.
Smear free. It's permaclown.
I'm really glad that they didn't, try to make the Joker wearing face paint like they did in The Dark Knight. Part of me almost wonders if this came out closer to The Dark Knight, if they would have, but I am a huge... I very much do not like the idea of the Joker with face paint. True Joker has a white face, his skin is bleached by acid, that's how it works. Get over it, we don't want realistic Batman. A little realistic is fine.
I'm out of gas.
I like that joke. That was good.
Lock me in the loony bin? I'm already here.
That's a good point. What does he do with the Joker? He's already in Arkham. It kind of reminds me of when in Lego Batman, which I believe is really where my love of the character actually started. But in that, the bad guy alternative to the Batcave is Arkham. And it's like the bad guys are just kind of running around free in Arkham for some reason. That's what Joker trying to make Arkham his secret home reminds me of.
I really love this place.
First person point of view. Oh, sorry. First person point of view. This is another huge animation swing, and it works. Also, it's a huge swing because Batman's swinging. I don't know. That was supposed to be funny. Yeah, that's very Joker. Some of his jack-in-the-boxes explode, some of them are just jack-in-the-boxes. Why would you even think they would explode? It's not like there's other ones that did that.
Spot the perp?
He's going to his Batcave on the moon.
Oh my.
It's really cool how, the Joker kind of has a motif in this. The doo-doo. It's, sort of almost like a music box sounding.
Oh my.
Thing. I love, the idea of characters having motifs and stuff like that. That is always very fun to me.
The police.
Solid fake out. Yeah. So they're buddies. He's not coming to arrest him. It's played wonderfully where it looks like he's onto him. I like that. But it's not, because as we know, Batman's real base is on the moon.
So, why the sudden visit?
Just
This is such a funny setup. He's like, oh, yeah, well, let's just hang out while I sit, in front of this little, podcast setup where I have a picture of us playing basketball. It's very funny. I also think the emphasis on basketball in this show is very, very of this time as well. That feels very 2000s superhero cartoon.
Looks like a clown hideout.
So I guess we don't really know how he found the hideout, but I guess he did.
Yet we're linked, you and I, like comedy and tragedy. Two sides, same coin.
That feels very Joker to look at it that way. We're, destined to be buddies or something. I feel like part of the Joker is that, like, he loves Batman, but then also sometimes he hates Batman, you know?
Vow I will turn your smile upside down. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I love that he was just sitting there like a little demon bat, ready to just punch him. His little breathing device is very, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, Star Wars Phantom Menace. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, and this is the origin of the Joker fish. Alright everybody, so that was The Batman, the cartoon series. I like that. That was fun. Kind of makes sense to do a very sort of basic Joker story to start with. This show is very unique, it's very different, but I like it. It had a huge influence on me creatively, and it's fun. I don't know, I like it. So let me know if you want to see more of me talking about this. Yeah, and if you're interested in sort of science fiction stuff, we're talking Doctor Who, we're talking Star Trek, we're talking less in the realm of science fiction, but supernatural, then, you know, subscribe to the channel. I love talking about all those things. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. As much as I love pizza, I love it. So, with all that being said, bye-bye! Don't forget to brush your teeth! Today I want to talk to you about... Not about that. Cut that out.